Welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, a book that's been called one of the most influential works of the 20th century. Written by a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, this book combines personal experience with profound insights about finding meaning and purpose in life, even in the darkest times. Man's Search for Meaning isn't just about surviving tragedy. It's about understanding what drives us, what sustains us, and how we can discover purpose no matter our circumstances. Let's dive into the powerful lessons from this extraordinary book. Lesson 1. Life is about finding meaning. Frankl's central idea is that life isn't about pleasure, power, or material success. It's about meaning. Meaning gives us the strength to endure hardships and the motivation to move forward. For Frankl, meaning can be found in various forms, from the work we do to the relationships we build. It is often discovered through personal suffering and adversity, which forces individuals to confront their deeper purpose and values. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl shares his own experience as a Holocaust survivor, demonstrating that even in the most brutal and inhumane conditions, people can find meaning and hold on to hope. This profound insight challenges the commonly held belief that happiness or success is the ultimate goal of life. Moreover, Frankl argues that meaning is unique to each person and cannot be imposed externally. It emerges from personal choices and experiences, and it is something that we must actively seek, even when life feels overwhelming. This perspective highlights the importance of resilience and self-determination, showing that we have the ability to shape our own lives through the meaning we assign to them. By focusing on what truly matters to us, we can live more purposeful and fulfilling lives, regardless of the challenges we face along the way. Lesson 2. Suffering is part of the journey. Frankl explains that suffering is an inevitable part of life, but it can also be meaningful. It's not the suffering itself that matters, it's how we respond to it. By finding meaning in our pain, we can transcend it. Think of suffering like pressure that turns coal into diamonds. It's not easy, but it has the power to transform you into something stronger and more brilliant. Suffering is often seen as something to be avoided or feared. Yet Frankl suggests that it holds the potential to deepen our understanding of ourselves and our purpose. It is through our struggles that we learn resilience, empathy, and the capacity to grow. By reframing suffering as a challenge rather than a burden, we can approach it with a sense of agency, choosing how to react and what meaning to extract from the experience. This shift in perspective allows us to turn adversity into an opportunity for growth, transforming pain into a source of personal strength. Frankl's metaphor of suffering as pressure that transforms coal into diamonds highlights the idea that our greatest trials can lead to profound transformation. Just as diamonds are created under immense pressure, our character and wisdom are often shaped by the hardships we endure. While the process of suffering may feel painful in the moment, it can refine us in ways we never anticipated. When we embrace this transformative power of suffering, we begin to see it as an integral part of our journey, one that ultimately contributes to the creation of a more resilient and purposeful self. Lesson 3. Freedom lies in how we choose to respond. One of Frankl's most empowering ideas is that we may not control what happens to us, but we always have the freedom to choose our response. In the concentration camps, Frankl found meaning in helping others, even when he had no control over his own suffering. Imagine life like a card game. You can't control the cards you're dealt, but you can choose how to play them. Your attitude is your ace. This concept of responsibility, as Frankl calls it, challenges the common notion that we are victims of circumstances. While we cannot always control external events, we have the ultimate power over how we react to them. In the most dire of situations, such as his time in the concentration camps, Frankl chose to focus on the well-being of others and found purpose in small acts of kindness. This ability to find meaning in the face of suffering is what sets humans apart. It is not the external situation that defines us, but our internal choices. Our freedom, then, lies not in avoiding hardship, but in our capacity to decide how we will respond. Lesson 4. Purpose can be found in the smallest acts. Frankl teaches that meaning doesn't have to come from grand achievements. It can be found in the smallest moments, like sharing a kind word, helping a friend, or appreciating beauty. Think of purpose like a candle. Even a tiny flame can light up a dark room and bring warmth to those around you. The pursuit of meaning does not always require monumental accomplishments or life-altering events. Frankl's philosophy encourages us to recognize the power of everyday actions and interactions. A smile, a gesture of kindness, or simply being present for someone in need can hold great significance. These small acts, while they may seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things, often have a ripple effect that can transform lives. Frankl believed that when we live with intention, we can find purpose in even the simplest moments, creating a life that is rich in meaning, no matter how small the individual acts may seem. This idea can be likened to the image of a candle, small yet powerful. Just as a tiny flame can illuminate an entire room and provide warmth in the cold, our seemingly small actions can have a profound impact on others and ourselves. Each act of kindness, each moment of gratitude, or each mindful appreciation of the beauty around us contributes to a larger sense of purpose. When we begin to see meaning in the everyday, we start to realize that purpose doesn't have to be grand. It's in the little things we do each day that can make all the difference in the world. Lesson 5. Love is the ultimate meaning. Frankl believed that love is the highest form of meaning. Even in the concentration camps, thoughts of his wife gave him hope and strength. Love connects us to something greater than ourselves. Imagine love like a lighthouse. No matter how dark the storm, it guides you home and reminds you that you're never truly alone. For Frankl, love was not just an emotion, but a powerful force that transcended suffering and hardship. In the midst of unimaginable pain and despair, it was his love for his wife that kept him going, providing a beacon of hope and a sense of purpose. This deep connection to another person, even in their physical absence, offered Frankl the strength to endure and find meaning in the most difficult circumstances. Love, in its purest form, serves as a reminder that we are part of something much larger than our own individual struggles. It has the power to lift us up, help us persevere, and keep our hearts open even when life feels overwhelmingly dark. Lesson 6. We find meaning through work, love, and courage. Frankl identifies three main sources of meaning: purposeful work, love, and the courage to face difficulties. By dedicating ourselves to these, we create a life filled with purpose. Think of these sources like the legs of a stool. Together they provide balance and stability, allowing you to sit firmly no matter what life throws at you. These three pillars, work, love, and courage, serve as the foundation of a meaningful life. Purposeful work gives us direction, love connects us to others, and courage empowers us to confront life's challenges with resilience. Lesson 7. Meaning is unique to each person. Frankl emphasizes that meaning is deeply personal. What inspires one person might not resonate with another. It's about finding your own purpose, not copying someone else's. Imagine meaning like a fingerprint. No two are exactly alike, and your unique print is what makes your purpose special. Lesson 8. Hope is essential for survival. In the camps, Frankl noticed that those who lost hope often gave up on life. Hope, even in the smallest form, is what keeps us going. It's the belief that tomorrow can be better. Think of hope like planting a seed in winter. Even when the world seems cold and barren, the seed holds the promise of spring. Lesson 9. Life's challenges shape our character. Frankl teaches that challenges and hardships are what shape us into who we're meant to be. They teach us resilience, patience, and the strength to keep going. Imagine challenges like a sculptor shaping marble. Each strike of the chisel reveals more of your inner strength and beauty. Lesson 10. Life always has meaning, even in suffering. Finally, Frankl's greatest insight is that life always has meaning, no matter how difficult or painful it may seem. Our task is to find it, embrace it, and let it guide us forward. Think of life like a symphony. Even when there are dissonant notes, the music still carries beauty and meaning when you listen closely. Conclusion. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl is more than a book. It's a guide to understanding ourselves and finding purpose in every moment. From embracing challenges to discovering meaning in love, work, and courage, it reminds us that life's value is what we make of it.